with Colossus. So we'll see.
All right, game number 3 is underway. In the bottom right, we have one of the long-standing Brood War pro gamers.
KT roster TY.
Starting at age 11.
Was it 11?
Yeah, I believe so. 11 or 12.
Thought it was 12. 11's just too young.
In the upper right, we have our Protoss player, the world champion from 2 years ago.
SK Telecom T1 Party.
That hairline.
Well, I don't think that's a hairline.
No, not a hairline, excuse me. That parting.
Oh, that part in his hair? Well, here we are, tasteless, once again.
Yeah. So, are we concluding now, since we're talking about the Ninja Turtles movie, that the best one was the one that was like from the, was it the 90s, I guess it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, 90s, early 90s.
When the people who actually watched Ninja Turtles when it first came out were ready to see a movie.
Now, here's another question, then. What is the best Ninja Turtles game? Because there's a lot of them out there. Wait, was it Get Smashed I like?
Like a peach on a summer's morning.
There you go.
All right.
You get a GSL coin.
Yeah, I guess you get 2, technically. You were on camera.
Yeah.
Didn't really say anything about Artosis, so you're liking me to a peach. I don't really understand that. I'm like such a narcissist. I'm like, how do I fit into this?
I'm fairly sure I'm the center of everything.
Yeah.
The best Ninja Turtles video game.
Okay.
I know what you're going to say, too.
It was definitely Turtles 1.
Oh, wow, that was the correct answer.
Yeah.
Turtles 1 on NES.
It was actually the best
one. A ridiculous game.
It was really hard, and I never actually beat it.
I was
pretty far.
I was actually streaming that not long ago trying to beat that. I haven't beaten it yet. It's really hard. I got all the way to Technodrome.
It was actually a good game. The other ones were actually really, really easy.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, we're elite gamers, Artosis.
That's right.
We're in the upper echelon.
There's only one player on my team. Me. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I'm the one that sucks.
Only 3 people I play with, me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
All right, so we have the Nexus coming down now for Party.
Yeah, and a little bit of a lead, you have to say, for TY as far as the opening builds go.
Now, what are your thoughts on the Ninja Turtles action figures?
I had so many Ninja Turtles action. I had over 30 figures. It was like all I did when I was a little kid is get figures.
Well, now I know
I had a first edition.
Now I know that you were
Raphael.
actually lying to me about being poor, man. Those things are expensive.
That's like all I got for every gift for my whole life. Like,
I have to say, I like the Ninja Turtles action figures, but they went a little bit too far, actually.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Or like it's like Farmer Michelangelo.
No, I stopped way before that.
No, please, like he's not a farmer. That doesn't even make any sense.
He
lives in the sewers and eats pizza. Okay, he's not.
I wonder how many I actually had, because it inflates my brain so much when I think. When I was a kid, I was like, I have like all of them. I had a lot though. I think I really had like 30.
I had a G.I. Joe action.
Are there 30 characters in the Ninja Turtles?
Because
I didn't have.
Let's see here. There's the 4 Turtles. There's Splinter. There's Shredder. There's Krang. There's April O'Neil. There's Baxter. There's Rocksteady. There's Bebop. There's hold on. I can do better than this. There's the Rat King. There's Casey Jones. Hold on.
I had almost all those that you just named. So
hold on. I can keep going. Oh my God! Why?
There's Slash.
There's that. Is that the Gator guy?
There's Metalhead.
Leatherback. Leatherback. Is that a real
crocodile?
Oh yeah, Leatherback. Yeah. And then, is that it?
Okay, so that's probably how many figures I had right there.
I'm like the Mouser. It's like that's not.
Oh yeah, I had the Mouser. Yeah.
The Mouser. You had the
I actually got the
Turtle
Soldiers too. It was awesome. Anyways.
Okay, final question. What's better, human foot soldiers or robot foot soldiers? Because there were human ones in some parts of the Turtle story. The other ones, they were robots.
The cartoon had robots, so they could be killed.
I actually think the robots are better.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah. All right, onto this game now. That's had a fairly slow start, actually.
No, I mean, it's a command center first, going up against the same build that we actually saw. This is basically, so far, a complete repeat of... Well, I mean, I guess we have a Reaper in there who changed it, but very much a repeat of the first game that was on Overgrowth.
I do wonder if we'd see another SCV pull here.
I would be not surprised, actually. I think that that's what he should do.
Oh, my God. Almost got that Reaper.
No, he didn't.
That's a Reaper tasteless.
Oh my God.
That
Jesus.
thing slips through everything.
I have fungal growthed those and they've gotten away. All right. You silly boy.
All right, we have a Dark Shrine.
Okay, so this is kind of funny from parting. If this does no damage, he has lost the game. It has to do some damage. It doesn't have to do a ton.
I don't know how I feel about DT builds like this off the 2 bases.
The thing is, I think that they are so uncommon
Well, they're so unexpected.
that they can be good.
I feel like one of the reasons why they're so uncommon, though, is I think there's just not as much functionality.
No, yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, it's
on that.
actually, I got to say, it's one of the most risky builds to do in this phase of the game.
Yeah.
You have the hiccups?
I just did have a hiccup, yeah.
You all right, man?
I don't know if I have the hiccups, but I had a hiccup. It's a big difference between the two tastes.
The hiccups. Okay, so the Stalkers are coming out now.
Yeah,
now,
I think
you know, with a timing attack like this, okay, so if he does get DTs in here, things could fall apart very quickly.
Yeah.
This is a big main. Not easy to cover everything. He can warp in some DTs, hit from one area with the Stalkers. If this works, it could tear TY apart. But if it doesn't work or doesn't do a lot of damage,
look how unafraid he is. He's bringing all his units. But yeah, as you say, if this doesn't do some damage, Parting's
is dead.
He's
loses.
SOL, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's nothing up there to stop these DTs. There's nothing even to spot the Warp Prism. That's a fantastic drop spot.
Okay, so he's shift-click now on these SCVs. This army's outside of the base.
Yeah, he's way out of position. This could be big.
A scan. Was it the other one? Okay, yeah, he got that one.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I mean, that's good that he got one, but he's missing a lot of the mining time. He's lost quite a few SCVs. He's had to use a scan.
Should probably go for the reactor there, or the tech lab or something else. Yeah, this is... Oh my God, he stopped the upgrade.
Yeah, getting any upgrades is pretty big. In fact, 2 upgrades
Craigasm gets
so
this
crazy.
Too. Oh.
Well, he stops the Widowmine drop too. Parting has gained a nice advantage here.
We're going to have... okay. Now, he can actually still warp in. There's still a warp prism there.
Yeah,
and
he definitely can.
Oh, my God. He's going to just
this
lose
is actually a very nice kill.
I'm actually so surprised he didn't cancel that.
Yeah, and then he Nexus Cannon too. He's like, well, maybe no. I think like about 1 second after he cast that, he was like, oh, that's not going to work.
Yeah. I guess I'll get a shot off from that Nexus Cannon. It's worth all the energy.
Well, you know what? He's softened this army up a bit more. If he can kill it off, that's makes it much more worthwhile. Don't forget, no combat shields, no concussive shells because he killed those upgrades. So the micro there, much better from Parting.
Oh, my God. You know, this is kind of sad when you see this from TY. He has to know that those came from a warp prism, but what is not occurring to him is that warp prism never even left. Oh,
he never stopped it. This
is an Artosis nightmare right here. Is the DT killing his SCV before it finishes?
Or an Artosis dream come true nowadays.
It's true. Okay. Well, this happened.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, moves like that. Oh,
that was really good.
Yeah, that was.
I thought he was just going to lose the Colossus.
Yeah, I did too. Well, this is actually very nice harassment going on, that's for sure.
Easy Rambo. It just like runs in there and starts gunning down all the workers.
In fact, Tasteless, I do have to say, look at the probe versus SCV counts.
Yeah, it's actually in favor of Terran.
How does that? Wow, that was really well done.
As fast as DTs kill things, Stimmed Marine Marauders kill things
much faster.
Much faster.
Yeah.
Stim on range units is pretty good.
Did you know a Marine shoots 9 times in the amount of time it takes a DT to attack once?
Really?
No.
I would believe it was Stim, man.
I know, right?
The way you set it off, I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's very matter of fact.
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
I don't know, dude. I think Terran is actually really
I mean, this is
trouble. Excuse me, not in trouble here. I think Protoss had everything going fine. He didn't cancel the Nexus. Then that attack got up into the main, and then it picked up the left. And
what does Protoss have going for him right now?
Well,
not a whole lot.
Not much. I mean, this DT, as you can see, as Artosis said, 9 times Marine shoots.
Well, you know, he's warping DTs to try to buy time every time he does that. That is a pretty significant amount of gas off of 2 bases. Trying to get his Colossus count up. This is the type of game where I feel like this is like a moment that like Maru would live for. He'd be like, who needs Vikings? And then he just goes in and kills him, you know? Well, of course, he doesn't have that strong of an army right now, but like the army of Parting is not very scary at the moment. He's really got a lot of work to do on
This
it.
is the problem, is that DTs don't really let you transition very well against Terran. Unless the Terran is just completely knocked back into the Stone Age economically, it's not really going to do much of anything.
Like if Parting had saved his third and maybe not lost that huge amount of probes, that little stim attack with the 1 medevac, then things would look a lot different right now. He'd have a gigantic supply. He'd have a huge lead right now. It'd be looking almost dead for TY, but TY did the correct amount of counter-harassment damage, and it's really showing here. So still could be anyone's game. We'll have to see how the next couple engagements go.
Okay, well, Protoss is looking ready to defend. I think the question is TY going to pick up and go into the main or something? Where Parting might not be able to defend very well?
I think you called that. We have the medevacs moving around across the top left here.
What is up with these one lone stray units that TY has out and about?
That was actually a scout, and that pylon is like to check for drops because you can't make enough observers on this map. So.
Oh my God! We could end up with a bit of a base trade scenario if Protoss keeps going down and then this drop comes into the main. Nexus cannon triggered. Actually, a good number of Zealots being warped in over here. Oh, DTs as well. Oh my God, that just happened so fast.
Wow.
That just happened so quickly.
Yeah.
TY just tapped out, man. When that drop didn't go well and he lost that army in the middle.
Yeah, he really didn't predict
Why
those
does Party
DTs.
look like he's the one that...
He's like, oh God, now I have to play Deer again.
Yeah,
He's
he's like-
stomp me. You know what? The thing is, TY did not predict the DTs.
Yeah.
And the DTs got Parting right back into it, and TY did his best to do some damage and whatnot, but more DTs kept coming in, and when DTs keep on getting warped into your main base, like you don't even kill the Prism, you're kind of in trouble, because you're losing SCVs, you're having to remake them, you're having a hard time getting missile turrets up, you're losing upgrades. Everything kind of didn't come together there, even though he had some very nice harassment mixed in.
Well, nicely done to Parting. Now we're going to go on to the final best of 3, the rematch here. With
versus
Parting
Parting.
against Deer, so stay tuned.